Hello, 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 hello. Got anyone in here? Oh, there we go. Sorry, guys. No countdown tonight. I was out riding and ran into some friends, and then typical, uh, typical started just chatting. Looked at the clock. It was right down the road, kind of, just over the bridges into Akron, and I was like, "Oh, it's 8:42. Probably takes me about 15 minutes to ride home. I could still pull this off, but yeah." But I hadn't set anything up before I left for my ride, so I had no thumbnail, no scheduled stream. So yeah, I rarely go directly live, so that takes me. It's kind of a new thing when I have to do that. Also, looks like we're really bright in here, and I have a 24 millimeter lens on here, so that's why it's so wide. I had taken all my lenses for all my work this weekend, so let me adjust the brightness a little bit. I think it's a little too much. So 1 second. Right, that's a little better. It's still going to be super wide angle, but yeah. Hey, what's up, Black Ball? Rick. I'm glad you guys found it. Every time I've tried to stream in the moment, I've forgotten that the streams by default are unlisted, so no one could find them. So this time I remembered to make sure it was at least a public stream. But Rick and Alpine Daydream, thanks. Yeah, it was my birthday on Sunday. I do not like to make a big deal about my birthday, but uh, since I made that video that just came out this afternoon, I don't mind saying it after the fact once it's already over. But uh, oh, Blackball, you said the Earthquaker shirt. Yeah, so had to wear this. That's actually who I was. That's actually the reason I'm late tonight. Is I ran into the guy who does all the press releases and copywriting, and I'm actually not aware of his full role at Earthquaker, but he's an old friend of mine. He used to be the music writer for the Akron Beacon Journal. And me and Large Marge were out riding, and we stopped at Acronym on our way home to get, like, of course, we'll have like one beer and a small beer. And then I ran into him, and then we were chatting about Earthquaker Day, which you probably, if you watch the video that came out today, you've seen a little bit of the photos from. But that's why my weekend was so busy. So, yeah, so I thought it's a great thing to wear the shirt today. So glad that Earthquaker Day was back. If you don't know, Earthquaker is a guitar pedal company in Akron, Ohio, run by one of my friends who was in bands like Party of Helicopters and stuff like that. So really cool company, really world renowned. They kind of, as far as I understand, they kind of invented the boutique pedal market, which is so big now for guitar pedals and synths and all that stuff. But they were kind of the first to really do it on the scale that they do it on, like a smaller scale. All the pedals are made right here in Akron in a little workshop that gets bigger and bigger. But yeah, it's basically a bunch of guitar dudes, old guitar friends of mine sitting around soldering guitar pedals together. So yeah, they have well, before the pandemic they did, and now again they have like a day that kind of celebrates like local and the music world. And so they have booths for artists and the local music companies, and then people come from all over to see it. Then the employees always get together some great cover bands. There was one that did Bowie this year, and the song selection was awesome. One that did Kate Bush, who is so hot right now, but they had actually done this for Halloween a couple years ago before Kate Bush had blown up again. So yeah, it was a lot of fun, just a blast. So did I stretch, Rick? No, I walked directly in. Hey Tony, I was just saying to Ben when we were racing away from Acronym, I'm like, me and Tony had talked about streaming together tonight, and then I totally forgot. I should have hit you up earlier, buddy. Sorry about that. You could still ride over if you feel like it. Oh, peek up. Oh, yeah, because I was riding with my helmet on. It was already dark out. So, oh, Raymond, you have the same birthday as me? I have a number of. So, Corey, who played in the David Bowie and the Kate Bush cover band, shares a birthday with me, and he's real like low key about his birthday as well. So we actually, our joke all weekend seeing each other was like actually amplifying it. When I saw him at Earthquaker Day, like, happy birthday Eve, bro. And we're like high fiving each other to be the other way, be dramatic about our birthdays, but neither of us are. We both like to keep it down low, whatever. Actually, it cooled down today, Rick. It's still super humid. Our Earthquaker Day and even my birthday, we went up to Cleveland. We're both super hot and humid. The whole month of August and late July has been, well, all of July. When we were on our tour, it was super hot. But today and last night, the temperature actually went down a little bit finally. So, oh, Blackball, you have an Acapulco Gold in your pedal board. That's an older one too. Yeah, because that's the Earthquaker pedal Acapulco Gold is before I actually photographed for them because I didn't do that catalog shot. That's an earlier pedal. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Dylan? Large Marge in the house. Made it back. Oh, Blackball, you have a close birthday as well. In August, a fellow Leo. Let's see. Everything, yeah, audio. I didn't really get to check everything since I just ran in and started the stream. I'll probably change the thumbnail and all that stuff after the fact. But yeah, so the weekend was wild because, on Friday we went out and saw some bands in Kenmore. Then they had like an Earthquaker Eve show. Then I had to be at Earthquaker at 11 to photograph the early pedal clinics. And that went right up until 5. And then I realized I had forgotten a couple pieces of photo gear I wanted. So my buddy Dave drove me back here since I was on my bike to grab some of I needed an adapter for my lenses that I wanted to use at the show at Musica because it's super dark in there. And they just have color LEDs on the band. So I wanted my flash and I wanted some of my really fast prime lenses. For those who aren't photography nerds, lenses with a wider opening to let in more light and that stuff. And then the shows at Musica started at 7, which I was covering as well. So that went late. So 2 late nights in a row. And then, we went up to Cleveland for my birthday. So yeah, just a busy, busy weekend. And then I had worked all day on Friday. And so yesterday and today I've been trying to get caught up on all the photos and the videos I shot from Friday through today. And then tomorrow I'm working all day on a gig. And I leave for Detroit on Sunday, but I have, besides tomorrow's gig, 3 more shoots before then. So, yeah. So I can't remember where I was going with this, but it's all been kind of hectic. So fun, nothing to complain about, just busy. Oh, Rick, you said the local kids see you working on your bike, so they're asking you to help you fix things. Nice. I've I did a couple things. I can't remember. I think I was already streaming when this was going on because yeah, one was they were doing it weird because of the pandemic, but I went to photograph a local organization that basically fixes up used bikes and then gives them to kids. The way they were doing it before the pandemic is the kids had to come there and they worked on the bike and learned how to change a tire, and then they got to keep whatever one they worked on. But with the pandemic, we were delivering them. But a couple of the bikes, when we were delivering them, I realized a lot of the problems. And I was actually on the spot fixing these bikes as we were giving them to the kids. But it is cool when you get to help out with stuff like that. So, Rick, maybe you could sell them some weed. Raymond said, "What's going on in November to make all the babies?" Yeah, that's yeah. So I haven't had a chance to prepare anything for this stream. Like I said, me and Tony had talked about. Actually, we ran into each other on Friday because we were gonna bring his all city on, and he just did a little bit of the Erie Canal Trail and chat about it. But I still want to do that. We'll just have to move it to a little later. And same with Pudgy's idea. If you're not in the Discord, I think we chatted about it in the member section. But Pudgy had a cool idea to have. We talked about this I think a week ago. Have members on, but even if they are not here local, post pictures of their bike in the Discord, and then do like 20-minute interview about like one of their bikes and do like that as a kind of like a weekly thing, which I think is a good idea, something interesting. But again, with me, I'm going to be gone next week, and I have a new setup, I think, to do stream interviews that'll be more in real time. I started to do it when we did swelter cycling. I used it, but I think I have a way to make it so the people I'm interviewing could see the photos in real time. If you remember the streams, one of the problems when I would show videos or photos is the people I was interviewing them had to see them on YouTube, and there's like that 20-second, or it's different every night, but delay. So, like, as you guys know, when I'm talking about something on Discord, everyone starts to comment on it, then I've already moved on, and then I have to go back to it. So I think I have a way to make that work, at least when I'm interviewing people, that it'll be kind of in real time for us, even if you guys still have a little bit of a delay. But so I want to wait and get that worked out perfect before we mess with it. But I think that'll be a fun thing to do, more interesting than, me standing here. So Perma Sleep 2 says, have you ever straightened dropouts on an aluminum frame? No. I only have 2 aluminum frames, and neither of them have ever had a problem with anything being bent. But I guess that would be pretty risky, right? Because aluminum tends to break when you bend it back, right? Like, I think you can dent aluminum, and as soon as aluminum, someone could correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think once aluminum has been bent, every time you bend it again, it'll always continually weaken. So you're already going down a path of failure. No, like, can't say how long that'll take, but if aluminum is bent, it's only going to get worse, from what I understand. That's one of the downsides of aluminum, right? But if Pudgy or Otis or someone is in here and knows different, let me know. But I think that is like a big deal. Like, people, like, if your aluminum bike gets dented, you don't try and take the dent out of it, as far as I understand. Stuffing the things. That's why steel is real, right? Just bend that S right back. I have to say S because it's not 10 o'clock yet. Hey, what's up, Robert? Robert Organ. Look at this name. Did you sign into the wrong account, Rusty? Oh, yeah. Let's say it as a, if I was a GCN presenter or someone from Britain, aluminium. I do like that pronunciation of aluminum, aluminium. I've actually become, I should drop a link. I don't know if anyone else cares about linguistics here. I've always loved linguistics and the history of them and stuff like that. But I found this English guy who delves into why the English language is so weird, because our words come from Latin and then the Norman invasion, so all these old French words that made it into English. But I've been watching this guy on YouTube when I'm resting my back because the sciatica is still really bad, that I just find absolutely fascinating. And he goes through why we have all the weird plurals and stuff like that. And he will talk about the difference between American and English, which is funny because sometimes the American English is more true to the original in some ways, in some instances, but whatever. On the aluminium, Pudgy said, all metals weaken the more they bend unless it's designed that way, such as a spring. Steel can, yeah, spring. Steel will even fatigue eventually, yeah. And I had a debate with someone, not a debate, a conversation with someone on the bike packing video, and he was talking about old bikes and how, like, an old steel bike's still not a good idea because you don't know where it's been and all that stuff. And I was saying, what Pudgy's saying, yes, steel does fatigue too. The difference with steel fatiguing, it's usually a slower process and very noticeable. A lot of times, cracks and stuff like that. Whereas one of the problems with like the fatigue of especially older carbon, newer carbon is supposed to last, but the failures with older carbon could be catastrophic, where you don't see that it's like fatiguing and you don't know what's happening, and then it fails completely. Where in general, aluminum would be a slower, or steel would be a slower process with the bending and all that. where also, from what I understand, certain aluminums, as they start to bend, will hit a point where they will break much faster without you knowing than steel will. So, yeah. If you were going to straighten an aluminum dropout, do they make the dropouts out of aluminum, though? So don't they still weld steel to the aluminum or whatever they do? Or I actually don't know. The answer to that. I'm looking at, I have one of my aluminum bikes sitting right here next to me because it's my trainer bike. Can't get it in the shot. You can see it's, well, that's its STI lever right there. But I'm trying to look at the dropouts, but yeah, I don't know. Because like my vintage carbon bike still has steel dropouts that are actually kind of glued into the carbon. Yeah, but even a monocoque carbon frame, are the dropouts carbon? Yeah.
Is Ms. Leia subscribed to the channel?
Pudgy said alloy bikes have alloy dropouts. Okay, yeah. Josh Hayden, what's up, dude? He said, ill-advised to bend back aluminum. Think about a beer can tab. The more you bend it, the easier it becomes to snap it off. And like Pudgy was saying, that'll happen with all materials, but I think with aluminum, it's a way bigger problem. Steel has a way better chance. And PermaSleep, if you have a local bike shop or someone to look at it, I'd have an expert look at it. But that's one thing about steel, too, people like is people will literally cut out the dropouts and re-weld in new ones. I don't know what I think that process is more complicated with aluminum. I don't know if it's undoable, but we're back to Rusty here. Sounds like Tim has been reading Just Ride. Actually, I haven't. Was it Blackball? You sent me Just Ride, right? I have it, but I've been actually reading the other book someone sent me, which is about fixing your back problems. And it took me too long to get into it, but Back Mechanics by, I don't have it down here, something McGill. But not only did it get sent to me, but over the last couple of weeks, it's been recommended by a number of other people. And even at Earthquaker Day, I ran into a friend who rides with the Dirty River Yeti squad. And he told me how that book is like his girlfriend's Bible and like changed her life. So hoping it has a good effect on me. The only reason I feel fine right now is I took Advil when me and Ben were out riding. But yeah. Rick said you could bend aluminum foil all day and it won't tear. Yeah, I think something that thin is dealing with a different situation. Hillbilly Jeeper, what's up? You said when you're out for a casual ride, what's your miles per hour? I would say that still depends on... These things are always hard to answer because it still depends on what the casual ride is. Me and Large were riding casual tonight, and for the two of us, I think we were still probably riding 13 and 14 miles an hour. Like, I think when I look down at my Wahoo, like we were usually a little over 13, and that's casual for the two of us, or that would be casual for me solo. That might go down a little, depending on who else we're riding with. Rode with if you saw the video today, like the first day we were riding, after we left Magic City and there was a bigger group that probably went under 12 miles an hour. So 11 to 13 would be casual, I guess. I don't think I ever spend that much time under 11, maybe 10-ish, but I will share that book, Rick. After the stream, I'll take a photo of it and post it, or I'll find the actual Amazon link. People swear by it, and I've only read, I haven't got to the specific diagnoses yet, but the Back Mechanic book, at least for the level of, I've talked about my sciatica a bunch, the way I think, I feel like it's going to be a really positive thing. because it's all about, reinforcing positive behavior and cutting out the negative stuff, which is supposed to be different for everybody. I mean, the guy even in the opening chapter says if you go to a doctor once and he tells you just to do yoga, or he tells you just to take pain pills or something, he's like, there is no one solution for everyone. Nothing wrong with yoga, but that doesn't mean it's the right solution for you. Some people should not be flexing their back in a certain way if that's the thing that led to their problem. So far, it seems really interesting and up the alley for the way I think. We'll see. But like I said, a lot of people have been talking about how it did fix them. So hearing people that I know say that is kind of important. As you can understand from having that video and the posts, like I've gotten a lot of advice, and a lot of people are saying what worked for them, and I don't discount what worked for them, but that doesn't mean that's what's going to work for me if my injury is different. So Josh said usually the back to the dropout thing. Usually carbon frames have aluminum inserts, and Pudgy said the same thing. Yeah. I was trying to think of modern bikes because I'm looking over at my look, but this is an old school carbon frame where it's aluminum lugged, so it's built like a steel bike, built like a classic bike where the tubes are carbon and it's lugged into aluminum, and that does have dropouts that are just epoxied in. But I was trying to picture like a modern, which I don't own any, but I've watched plenty of GCN and factory tours, monocoque frame. Yeah, yeah, they make those even when they lay up the carbon without the dropouts, right? Yeah. Hey, what's up, Jacob? How you doing? You said 12.5 to 14 for a casual ride. Yeah, 12 for a casual ride, I guess. Rick's gonna be cracking kids' backs in his garage now. Yeah, it'll be like that Simpsons where he became a chiropractor and he's rolling people over his trash can. Wow, that's probably a deep reference to a very old Simpsons episode, but yeah. Oh man, blackball. What time does Sean Connery arrive at Wimbledon? 10ish. Huh. Hey, what's up, Jeff? Jeffrey is he's jumped in before my cousin, which uh, lives in Florida, and we got to see each other this weekend, actually, on my birthday. So he's in the area doing some photography work for Google. So hey, what's up, Nathan? Tony says he rides casually with Tim, and my speed is not so much about miles per hour as it is ABV. Oh man. Yeah, that's right, Pudgy. Almost every bike now would be through axle. So yeah. Joshua asked, "Ever get any injuries from carbon bike while riding, crashing?" I haven't. I have only coasted on the only carbon bike I own, like around the parking lot. I don't even have it fully set up, so I don't. So if anyone else has it, if anyone else has ever wrecked carbon, let me know. But I only have one carbon bike. It's vintage, and we were building it on the stream, and it's sitting there like 90% done, and I've never finished it. So the answer for me is no, but that's just because I don't ride carbon bikes. So I have all steel. I have almost all my bikes are steel, and I have two aluminum bikes. My old mountain bike, which I still ride, is my winter bike, which is an '01 Trek, 26-inch mountain bike. And then the bike that I have on my trainer, but I used to ride that. I rode that bike for summer, maybe a year outside, but stopped because it's 2007 and it's aluminum and it can only fit 28s. And I know people have said aluminum can be much more compliant now, but this is the era where it was still pretty stiff. So stiff with small tires, it would kind of beat me up after longer rides. So it's now just kind of become a trainer bike. But it felt like I've talked about this. It felt fast as heck when I would be climbing on it, though. So stiff. Like I can't repeat that comment or that name, I don't think. So, hey, what's up, Al? You said you're picking up a Cannondale, a CAD 10 aluminum race bike. So you're going to give road riding a try? Yeah. And I like I said, aluminum's supposed to be much better now, and also like bikes like the Journeyman and stuff, our Journeyer, and other bikes now too. A lot of people are putting wider tires on it, which you know is going to soften the ride a little bit. But in general, I think they've become better with the materials they're using in aluminum and the way they're um, putting them together. Like my Trek, it's a what is it, a 1500, and it is the oversized tubes, so you can make it even lighter. But it's really it just beat this bike beats me up too much for what I like doing anymore. But I don't. Yeah, speed isn't a big deal to me. Like even when I do ride fast, I'm not riding with like really fast roadies, so I just don't get dropped even on my gravel bike. But hey, Muskrat, thanks for the happy belated birthday. It's fun to get on a road bike and feel fast as hell, though. Yeah, I pretty much I think I've probably been more limited by my back because even the bike that I when I retired kind of the 1500 here and put it on the trainer, it's one of the reasons I bought that Schwinn, which is made out of Columbus SLX, which really isn't that much heavier, but it's slammed because aerodynamics is going to have a more. If you're not doing huge long climbs, having a bike that's slammed is going to make you faster than having an ultralight bike, anyways. But yeah, so I still have like a 28-inch tire road bike and stuff like that, Dura-Ace group set, and like I said, real low long stem. But yeah, with the way my back's been, I just can't. I just don't ride in that position anymore. But it is fun. Being on a lighter, faster bike can feel really fun. So. Oh, Jacob, 24 days till you move. Well, you can't use Motown for Morgantown because that's already what Detroit uses as their nickname. I, oh, wow, you said you're really excited. Yeah, and like that's what I would ride my road bikes to. We have a path that goes out to Kent that is flat and straight and paved, and it was fun to just get on there at like an off hour. I wouldn't go that fast when it was you know, like peak hours because it goes out to the university in Kent. But it is fun to be on a bike like that and just fly. Jacob said all your friends are slow and you're fast. Oh, is that what that's what I said. Oh, Nathan, you said you have a 2006 aluminum bike and it's like riding a noodle? That's usually the opposite about how I feel about almost all aluminum. Uh, my 1996 Team Marin that I've been riding, that steel bike that's super light for a mountain bike, that bike feels really noodly to me because I think the tubes are so thin. But yeah, and your Kona Rove, Rick, that you're saying rides pretty good. Don't you have fairly wide tires on that too? So I think that also just kind of makes up for some of the stiffness of some aluminum. Oh, Muskrat, you have a CAD 10 too? What stem are you selling, Pudgy? Did you post something on the Discord? Is that what? Let's see. Oh, yeah, you did. Oh, a Thompson. The bandana looks cool. What would I put this stem on? I don't think I have a bike that could even use this stem. Well, I guess the Rowley. Could. Rusty, my neck's not bothering me right now, which is weird because I feel like that was the originator of all my problems, but someone should buy that stem from Pudgy. Oh, Blackball, oh, you have a Super 6? I didn't know that. I don't think I knew that. Yeah, Rick, over 5G subscribers. You make a video with an arrow pointing to something in your thumbnail, and people eat that shit up. Stole that from Francis Cade, and I'd made the joke in the Discord when I posted that originally, that thumbnail. I'm like, look at my Francis Cade thumbnail. You think it'll work? That video has 50,000 views now. So, yeah, it does work. More arrows. So, oh, Muskrat, you can't even get 28s on the CAD 10? My neck, my back. I see where you're going with this, Rusty. Hey, what's up, Andrew H? You were saying you'd love a titanium bike. I need to try somebody's. Well, maybe when Micah gets his finished, his Atso finished, I could try that out. He'll probably have clipless pedals on it, but yeah, I have no idea. Like that's one thing, all I know about titanium bikes is from you guys in the chats, pretty much who rides titanium and talks about the way they feel. But who was saying that? Oh, that was Jay Dandy. Is Jay Dandy? I don't think he's in here tonight. He was talking about as you get more into bike, you have to like earn the ability to buy a titanium bike by understanding why it would be better. So, I'll Pudgy the stem. Well, both my mountain bikes have happy stems on them to get those bars way up there, as I'm an old man with a bad back now. But then again, my mountain bikes are old 26ers that are still kind of long, and they just are made at that ridiculous old mountain bike geometry where they have you slammed out there. But Jacob, you said having 32s and buzzing bike pass. Yeah, I don't. Like I said, my road bike that I really like, my Schwinn, does feel fast, but it'll only clear a 28 in the back as well. Um, some decent tires on there, so they're fairly supple even for 28. But yeah, 32, if in a perfect world, to me is my like minimum. I really, you know, any bike I don't have 32s on, it's because they just can't fit wider tires. But it's kind of crazy that my Carbon Look actually fits 32s. I have um, those what do you call them? Those cool old French wheels on there. Uh, oh, Kai serums? How do you say that? Mavic. I can't remember how you guys always tell me how to pronounce it, but yeah, the cool like machine Kai serums, whatever. But yeah, that bike will actually fit 32s amazingly. But yeah, my old Schwinn 28 Max, and then my Barry Hoban only gets 30s on there. But those are the 30s I have in there are really nice tires that feel fairly supple, and the steel takes up a lot of the road, vibration too. That's a Reynolds 531 bike, the Barry Hoban. So my liver is pushing on my sciatic nerve. I know I should have tried your Bear Claw, Pudgy. I don't. Well, I think the last time it started raining, we would have been riding that evening, and we didn't get the chance to. So, also, I'm bummed that I was hoping to make it out to another one of the campouts you guys are doing down there, but I'll be gone this weekend, and I was too busy the last time. So, Oh, Nathan, you're asking Pudgy what he's got. Yeah, that bear claw. Earned that dental degree. Andrews, you said titanium would be great for traveling or flying long distances with. Yeah. Jeff said, before I know it, I'll be riding a 3-speed beach cruiser. I don't know, Jeff, if you looked at the bike that was on the back of Aaron's car when we came over on my birthday, but that wasn't that far off because that was the bike I was riding on that day, not feeling good, but it had big sweep back bars, and that bike is a single speed and perfectly set up or purposefully set up upright for these kind of situations when I'm not feeling that good. And I knew we were going to be like chill riding in Cleveland. I also use it when I like ride to a photo gig and I'm not trying to be fast and I just want to be upright and not get all sweaty. But it has become my bad back bike when I'm not feeling that good. So Jacob said in Maine under 38 is a road bike, and Rusty said under 38 is a road bike anywhere. It's getting to that level, for sure. Uh, like I've talked about on here before, even when they say the pros like are for the rougher stages, like the ones that finish on gravel or like Perry Roubaix are running 28s. Uh, on modern rims, I guarantee those are measuring if you put a caliper on them closer to 30 and above. So even the pros are going wider. But yeah, I ride my gravel bike like it's a road bike on 42s, and I sure don't feel like it's slowing me down much. I don't think I go fast enough because narrow tires really, if you believe the Bicycle Quarterly, Renier science and stuff like that, narrow tires are only faster by certain aerodynamic metrics, which are at speeds that most of us are not hitting. So, oh, Al, you said your Slam 90s mountain bike is what made you want to try road riding. Yeah. But you said your Tonelli has 33s on it and feels like a rocket when you're riding it. That's also a combination of a bunch of different things, right? So, yeah, Dylan, I think UCI cross rules still max you out at 32s, and they actually do measure them. So, me and Large were watching a cyclocross race. It might have been the Worlds. I can't remember, but he came over and they had a piece of 3D printed plastic that they were sticking on every single tire as the riders rolled up to the line to make sure that they were uh, 32 and under. So. Oh, Rick, you said Fly Scout Rider just on Y2 did an interview with the owner of Commotion. Susan, who worked at the studio, rides a Commotion. Um, her and her husband used to do the tandem touring, but now they don't anymore. For those who don't know, I leased part of the studio to a photographer who was here since before I owned the building. But she actually retired this spring to go on a cross country tour, and a Commotion was her touring bike actually. So it was an older school Commotion. I bet that was about 32 millimeter tires. So an old school touring style bike. But yeah. Oh, you said Conti 5000s are prone to flats, Muskrat. I hadn't heard that. I think that's what I have on my. No. What do I have on the Schwinn? They are Continentals. No, I have Victorias. Victorias, kind of the rival. Victorias. Victorias to the Continentals. Oh, Rusty, you ended up. Oh, yeah, getting the muckluck. Yeah, get a real stretch on here. Oh, Tony said the UCI Cyclocross Max is 33 mil. All right. Jacob said 48's on your road bike. Yeah. Pudgy, you said narrow tires are faster for heavier riders as they are higher PSI and have a smaller footprint. Uh, yeah, the footprint thing is debatable, but I am not a heavier rider, so I don't want to try and dispute that. But like I said, what Renaers and Bicycle Quarterly and their testing is a wider contact patch does not slow you down. It actually sucks up vibration more and makes the bike faster, is what they say. I mean, you guys are kind of talking amongst yourselves. I don't need to add it. I don't have anything to add to you. But anyone riding Schwalbe G1s, but you said they're great? Yeah, I'm not. I don't have. Have I ever had any? Yeah, I've had a couple sets of Schwalbes, but never G1s. So, Muskrat, you said Connie 4000 and Four Seasons, no trouble. Huh. I wonder, are the 5000s just more race oriented, so they're made to be lighter and more supple, so they're more prone to flats? That's what I would probably gather. I bet they have like way more cotton, and they're probably just a much lighter, more supple tire that racers can change out whenever they need to. Did Rusty bring up fat bikes? Because I think Large told me he was looking at fat bikes at Dirty River. Oh yeah, you were. You guys were talking about those wheels. Yeah, with the muckluck and all that. Yeah, that's right. So I, I've just I've ridden people's fat bikes and they are fun, but I just don't have any interest in owning one. I don't have enough purpose for it. Like even when it comes to the snow, and I just, I don't know, a bike that could fit. I'm fine with 2-inch studded tires. Um, I find when I need more than that, it's just not that fun. Or when I get to a section of riding where the fat bike would be really good, it's only going to be like 20% of an overall ride, so I'd rather just be underbiked. So I'm not saying anyone shouldn't buy a fat bike. Just for me, I haven't found. I feel like it would sit more than my road bike would, personally. But hey, what's up, William? Uh, I did see that you messaged me before I went out riding. Um, I am going to be in Detroit next week. I'll respond to your DM. I made it. I marked it as unread, so I didn't forget to respond to you. But I will be in Detroit. I have a meeting on Thursday where I'm going to find out what our schedule looks like. Unfortunately, originally I was hoping it was going to be kind of like a mini vacation for me and Aaron. Now I'm working the whole week, so even if we don't really get a ride that much, maybe we could at least still meet up for a beer somewhere, or we could at least ride in and meet up for a beer. But yeah, I really wanted to do a day where we got to ride around and like hang out, but I can't. It's just not going to work out with my schedule. Or maybe on the day I'm supposed to leave, maybe we could do something because I think I'll be on my own. We'll see. But I'll DM you all the details instead of bore everybody else with that. And also, stream wise, I'm going to bring my streaming equipment, but I don't think I'm going to have time to stream. Maybe there's one night where I'll be tired and I'll just go back to the room and hop on. I'll bring everything just in case, but I don't think next week there'll be any streams with all the work I have. And like I said, if I have a chance to meet up with William, I'd probably prefer to go out and ride my bike and meet up and have a beer over streaming. One of the fat bike things, yeah, that's what Pudgy said is what me and Large were kind of talking about. 3-inch tires on a hardtail is as big as that. I feel like, man, especially if you put studded tires on that in the winter. I know that some fat bikers like it, like Minneapolis, where you have like groomed trails, or they like take care of the trails. I think maybe fat bikes would make a little sense there. In Northeast Ohio, I don't know. There's so many days where it's just slush, and studded tires are more what I want to be on, just normal studded tires. But I don't know. Otis swears by fat bikes. They are fun to ride. I even think they'd be fun to like, do some mountain biking on, but you still have to climb. I don't know. Oh yeah, Nathan said I think a fat bike in Michigan during the winter would be fun for the trails. Yeah, I think places where like you ride when I watch Pixel Wolf and Robin's videos, like where they have like where they're riding like bikes like that in the winter. I think Robin is the one who has one. Like where it's cold for a long period of time and the snow gets packed. It looks like if I lived somewhere like that, I'd want a fat bike. In Ohio, I haven't wanted one. So, yeah, Dylan, you said your all-terrain bike fits 3-inch tires and that's good enough for you in the snow. 3-inch won't handle loose sand. How much loose sand do you ride on, Rick, in Philadelphia? Jacob, you said if it's just an inch or two of snow, you like your single speed. I've watched people like I was just like I said, me and Lars were just talking about snow and that kind of stuff. I've watched people ride skinny studded tires through like the light snow way better than anything else. But fat brakes, so um, oh Jacob, so you're saying groom trails up in Maine, you need 4-inch so you don't ruin them, so you're not sinking in and cutting lines through them. Which I guess is what I was kind of saying. If you live somewhere where snow stays on the ground all winter, I think maybe bikes make more sense. Oh, that's what Pudgy was saying too. I got you. Yeah, but I've had friends watch them cut through like The problem here in Ohio is you never know what the snow is going to be or what the winter's going to be. Last winter was like all our trails were just unrideable, and anyone who tries to tell me different is lying because there were no tracks in the snow, so nobody in their fat bikes was making it out there. And you guys have seen my videos where we're riding through the gnarly stuff and balancing. Our trails became completely unrideable for over a month and a half. Um, they're not groomed. No one could even get through on their fat bike, which sometimes that, with a few, like the right amount of snow, fat bikers will get out there and then it gets packed down and everyone else could ride it and it ends up working out. Um, it just depends. Like we have a lot of times the freeze and the thaw, so people go out and walk and then the footsteps get frozen in and then it becomes just a nightmare to ride where maybe a fat bike would be able to handle that, but then that's where my 2-inch studded tires do me no good. It's just such a crapshoot in Ohio that personally for me, I've never found that I would ride it enough to own it, to make it worth owning it. So Andrew asked, ever heard of the YouTuber Foresty Forest? He lives in a van, and I have, and I think I've watched some of that, but wouldn't be able to pull it up off the top of my head, like specifically. Oh, William, you said they groom trails in winter for by you. Dimitri, you're commuting through 5 to 10 centimeters of snow on your single speed with GP 4000. Yeah. Yeah. Did Rick answer my question about the loose sand He's riding through in Philly because Jacob said loose sand on the loose in Philly. Andrew said trackle-cross bikes for city snow riding. I feel like trackle-cross bikes would make sense, right? Because would it be kind of like driving a stick shift car where you get that extra bit of control from that fixed? Pudgy said in snow that's less than 6 inches, he was fine on his 38 studs. Yeah. It just depends, though. Like this year, we had some of the powder even on the streets where no matter what bike I was riding, even studded tires, if the snow is slipping on the snow, some of that kind of not powder, or what do they call it, powdered sugar kind of? I don't know. But like we had times where the snow was just slipping on the snow, so it didn't matter what bike you were riding, you couldn't keep it upright. It was miserable. But again, that's what I'm saying about out here in the like Ohio, at least Northeast Ohio. It can be so different. Like when the cars keep driving over it after a lot of snow is when I found it's the worst. What I'm talking about there is like, it's just your tires doesn't matter if they're gripping the top layer of snow. It's just that like, I don't know, effect. But IDM said I seem like the type of guy who would enjoy a cream soda. Not really my. That's. I mean, I don't hate cream soda, but it wouldn't be what I'd go for. If I'm gonna drink, if I'm gonna drink pop, as we say in Ohio, it's gonna be a Dr Pepper. But I don't drink much pop. Southern Maine is the same. It could be 65 in February. It could be 3 feet in one storm. Yeah. Oh, Rick said no snow talk. Yeah, I know. We're not there yet. We got more summer and a lot of beautiful fall before we have to worry about snow too much. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Nicholas? You said fixed in snow is legit. Oh, Jacob, you said you took your studs off your single speed last February and threw gravel tires back on. Risted had more fun. Yeah. I'm glad I'm able to have I have my old mountain bike that I'm not going to use for much else, so I just have a dedicated bike for winter cruising. And now that I put the Surly corner bars on it, it's really comfortable for me. Put a friction shifter for the front triple, so I don't have to worry about dealing with the index shifter getting messed up. And it's just great to have a bike like that. But Rusty was saying, fat bike is just a versatile bike, fun versatile bike, not exclusively for snow. See if you like it. Yeah, easy to resell if you don't like it. Yep, Rick, again, like, I just don't think we have many people here who live in the desert who need a sand bike, right? I'm just giving you a hard time, but really, like, you seem a little too worried about sand, Rick. Oh, well, there you go. Bicycle Dad said you could use those fat bikes on the beach also. I mean, yeah, I guess Rusty could go ride You could go ride the beach at Edgewater on your muckluck. Yeah, Blackball, you're right. Let's not panic. We have several months before of summer and a great fall coming. Jacob said it's soda, not pop. No, it's pop. Or Coke. Coke is actually just the more common thing now in the Great Lakes. People just say, "I'll have a Coke," and that means any kind of pop. But Rick, oh Jacob, you're going to be limited until you could get a house. Yeah. And Muskrat said, "You like riding your fat bike on the single track in the blazing sun?" Yeah, I think I would probably have fun on a fat bike at East Rim. It's just not worth me owning one for that specific purpose for me personally. Like I said, I'm not saying no one should own a fat bike. I'm just saying I don't have for what I'd put into it. It wouldn't be worth the cost wouldn't be worth how much I rode it. So Nathan says, "What's the farthest you peeps would travel for an organized ride?" Cleveland for me. So I wouldn't mind getting up to some of the Cleveland rides and doing some of the like. It looks like they've been having a great turnout for their slow rolls and critical mass. And the one guy I interviewed from Swelter Cycle, we DM'd about hopefully I could get up there and we could do one of those together. So for me, that's like 40 minutes. But I've only done it once, so I got up right before the pandemic, like literally like the month before for a Joy Machines event. Well, it was critical mass and then rode over to a Joy Machines event. But I'll also ride up to Cleveland on my own. The problem is the organized rides are usually in the evening, which means I'd be riding home 3 hours in the dark, um, which I've also done, but I just don't generally. So, Jacob, you're kind of like me then. You said 2 hours or less, but the guilt from driving to your bike ride drives you nuts. Yeah, that's as, as you guys probably know from my channel. I just rarely drive to bike rides. I do once in a while, and um, but I always do Road Apple Roubaix in Large Marge's hometown of Garrettsville. But that's only like a half an hour, 35-minute drive, I think. I'm gonna adjust the camera. And what time is it? Could do that during the break. Well, I'll do it now because I need to kind of sit down and stretch my leg a little bit. That's one of the big things I say every year is that I'm going to ride more actual gravel in Ohio because there's great gravel routes here like that, but they're not. Most of them aren't within riding distance, or if you do ride there, you're so tired by the time you get there. But I just don't like getting in my car. I want to just ride my bike, so that's what I do a lot. This year was no exception. We kept talking about Ohio Gravel Grinders, a great website, doing more of their routes, and just haven't done it. So oh, Pudgy. Yeah, I mean, I guess Pudgy says it's like 12 hours to Nutmeg. So, but I've only done that once. So I guess to do an organized ride, I've driven to Connecticut. But at the same time, I guess it depends on how you're looking at it. Because yes, we drove that far. We stopped, rode bikes in Syracuse. We then drove to Connecticut, and then, but me and Large then toured the state of Connecticut after. So we did drive that far for an organized ride, but it's not like I drove that far for a 3 hour, 4 hour ride, then, um, just drove back after that. So, hey, what's up, Dennis? Yeah, how? Yeah, because you said you were on the stream, Dennis, because it was your vacation last time, so you're up too late. So now you're up in the morning. Nice. Yeah, Road Apple's only a 2 hour bike ride. Large March. Yeah. Yeah, Mike J, you said 12-hour drive for a reg broad, but again, isn't that a multiple? That's a multiple day event. So I guess it depends on what you're. I guess we need to define what is the organized ride. So, oh, Jacob, you said I just want to ride your bike. My bike accounts for 75% of the reason you're moving. My chat, I have it on live chat. So yeah, I'm just way behind in the comments like always. Yeah, and Dimitri, you said you have to drive to get to the trails you want to ride. Yeah, and like same with me. Like I ride a lot of the same stuff all the time, and I would like to go and do more new stuff, but half the time I'm just like I'm gonna jump on my bike. But like Sunday was my birthday, and we went up to Cleveland to go to a cafe we wanted to go to, and me and Large and Aaron threw our bikes on our rack and went to the cafe, and then just did a little bit of a ride around Cleveland. So, I mean, not an organized ride, but we did drive to ride our bikes. But same time we drove to just do something and brought our bikes. But yeah. Jacob, if you drive 12 hours to Connecticut, keep going to Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. Yeah, man. Well, it wasn't really 12 hours, was it, Pudgy? Wasn't it more like 9 hours? I know you're kind of probably being sarcastic, but yeah, I've been to Vermont and New Hampshire, never been to Maine, so but not to ride. That was uh, did a lot of hiking and hanging out. Huh? Is Stream Elements kind of failing us again tonight? Our little robot. Dennis said the last vacation week you really messed things up by being up too late. She wanted to squeeze the last out of it. Yeah, I know that feeling. Yeah. Yeah, why isn't the robot working for us again tonight? Let's open them up and see if we could reset it. Last couple weeks it's been spotty like that. Huh. Everything looks like it's working normal. I don't know why it's doing that. Hmm. Strange. Yeah, well, the live chat and everything is working, as you could see on the side. That's coming from the same website. I don't know why the little bot guy isn't working. Chatbot, chat commands, custom commands. Yeah, they're all up here. So I could show you guys what the back end of this looks like. Yeah, you could see all the commands here, and they're just not doing anything. Anyways, oh well. Oh, asking about Regbra. Do people pronounce it like that? I um, too many people for you personally, Pudgy. Yeah. Oh, Nicholas, you've done Barry Roubaix? A number of the Cleveland guys have done that. I've watched their Instagram accounts and stuff like that. Yeah. Rick said don't forget public transit to get to trails. Depends on where you live. You got that option a little more in Philly. We don't really have that option very much in uh, Northeast Ohio. Yeah, I think. Oh, Mike J, what's up? I think something like that would be a bit too crowded for me. Like, our Fourth of July trip where we did the Gap in CNO and where we've done Ohio to Erie with like 4 people and then have some friends join at various parts along the way is more my speed than the really big events. Like even Rick did the 5 boroughs. I wouldn't say I would never do the 5 boroughs, but that's a 1 day, thing. Yeah, I don't like. I think like a couple hour ride that's crowded, like a critical mass or a bike party we do in Akron is fine, but I don't think I want to do a. I wouldn't want to do my vacation that way. And I'm again not knocking it. I'm just saying something for me personally. I don't think would be my thing. Blackball seeing all the commands. Kick. Dennis, you said kick the bot from the chat, then let it rejoin. It's well, the bot is an administrator, so I don't even know how I would. Well, I need to see the bot to be able to kick it from it, don't I? Manage moderators. Oh, there it is. Let's see what that does. Yeah, I would have to do a bunch of. I think it's coming from there. I think from their end something's not working. Regbury? People say it like that. Regbury? Oh, so Nicholas said on Regbury, or how's he's Regbra? Regbury. Uh, it was pretty fun, well organized. You were more in it for the party, mid-ride beers and shots than trying to finish first. Yeah, well, I think that would definitely be the way to do it. Despite the rain, the roads were pretty dry. Would recommend. Cool. Jacob said you've done like one big ride and it wasn't for you. That was about 200. Oh, now hey, the bot's back. It's working with Jay Dandy. And hey, what's up, Jay Dandy? Right on cue, the bot starts working. So, oh, and William, you said it's on your bucket list. Um, oh, you have a brother in Iowa, so that makes sense. Yeah, and Dennis, so you said maybe you're just looking for bike friends, and that's why I do like going to some of the organized events like Bike Party and stuff like that. I meet people. I've met people that I'm still friends with through those kind of events. Dirty River, their Sunday Morning Yeti Squad. Like I like to go out once in a while because some of the people are people I talk to online. And I want to go ride with in person once in a while, and then I meet new people. So I'm not opposed. Like I said, I do some of the group rides. They're not always for me, but I think on a multi-day thing, that wouldn't be my cup of tea. And like I was saying, Susan, who worked here, who retired to travel across the country, um, I haven't talked to her. I haven't run into her yet, but I saw through some of her posts. She went out across the country on a group ride thing and organized one, and they ended up dropping off the ride in West Virginia. And she said it was all about group dynamics. So I'll be interested when I was hoping I'd run into her this summer by now and get to hear a little more about it, but I haven't. But I think that's a little different because this was a organized tour of I think this would have been of like under 50 riders. But yeah, I don't think for vacation I would want to be on something that large and organized. But to go out for an evening, I do like that kind of thing occasionally, like the rolling party. So yeah. And Dennis, if you're on Facebook, I would definitely look into see if there's any local Facebook groups that organize stuff. That's a great way to meet people. Like Akron Party has like their Akron Party group, and people organize other rides with people who are similar to them outside of just the bike party rides. So, all right, Nicholas, good night. Oh, Jay Dandy said usually when you check in late, we are in the middle of a map. Yeah, sorry to disappoint. What's up, Lanky? Lanky says it's Reg Bray. Reg Bray, not Reg Bry. Dennis, that's a good idea too. Find people you like, then trick them into the bike world. That's I think what I did with my girlfriend, and it worked out. So, oh, is there no R in there? Large says Reg Bay. Hey, what's up, Mountains and More? Mike J said, "Glad you did it. One and done. Doing OTED next year." Those of you who are on the Discord, I haven't had the chance to check it out yet, but I will. Maybe even tonight after the stream. I think I'm gonna go straight through to like 10:30 and cut it off. I have to work all day tomorrow. I always have to work all day, but I have a shoot that's all day tomorrow, so I need to be with it. So uh, I should drop her link. Maybe I could drop her link in here. But Denise Looking Out, a couple of you have mentioned her YouTube channel before. We were talking about some female channels. Just posted her first. There it is. Her first leg of the OTED video, Ohio to Erie uh, Trail. It's one we've done. We did it once the right way, and then we modified it to our preferences and to keep it interesting after that. But here's the link for that. But wait, why did it not work? There we go. Me and Large actually met her one morning and uh, rode with her as she came through Akron and got brunch with her and a beer with her and stuff. So channel we've chatted through with each other for a while now, but haven't, like I said, I haven't watched the video yet, but if anyone's interested, check that out. Oh, Dennis, were we talking about this in YouTube comments? We were talking about how some people in the cycling world, I know I've talked to a couple people in the comments on some of my videos about trying to find people to ride with. Sometimes the Facebook groups lead you to a roadie club, and if that's not what you're into, you're not going to enjoy it at all. So yeah, it's definitely finding people who ride the way you want to ride. Like that's why, like I have different rides, but we have one where it's kind of become a closed group because we've got a group of people that like ride in the same way, and we have some real specific things we like to do, and we don't want to have it modified into any other thing, you know. And so the pace and where we ride is kind of become like our own thing. But yeah, you could definitely have to try out a number of things or show up for a number of groups. You know, for me, if I showed up for a ride and everybody was in full kit, I would know it was not the ride for me. And again, nothing wrong with roadies and full kit. That's just not the way I'm going to go out and ride my bike. So, yeah. Oh, Patty jumped in. What's up, dude? Patrick just you'd ate a humongous bowl of pho. You guys are really debating the pronunciation of Reg Bray according to Lanky. So, hey, what's up, Reefer Roads? Yeah, I dropped a link to Denise's Ohio to Erie Trail. I'm probably just too far behind on the comments to the chat, if you will. I like that, Pudgy. The other co-founder says Brian. Lanky said roadie clubs suck. Didn't you do when we were riding Lanky last summer? Didn't you? Weren't you telling me you rode with a roadie club for a little while, or you went out once? Fuh. Rusty said there's a prediction of a cooler than average August for most of Arizona. Man, I hope we get a cooler than. I hope it changes here because it's been rough. But I haven't got to go swimming yet this summer, so I don't want the heat to go away entirely. I want one hot day where I have a chance to go swimming, and I'm going to be gone all of next week, and I'm not going to have time this week. We didn't get to go swimming on our trip at all, and we were hoping to dip into the river. The one place we stayed in Cumberland, that's where I thought we'd be able to swim too, and they had a sewage outfall warning sign. So there you go. Oh, Dennis, no, I don't. I don't really. This channel used to be a mix between my photography work and the cycling stuff. The cycling stuff just took off, so it's not private. Tomorrow, a friend of mine in Cleveland hired me. He's doing a video shoot, and he needs stills done during it. It's actually going to be. It's for a private online school. I've done a couple things with him for it. drawing a blank on the name of the company, but it's kind of a day in the life of a teacher, and he's doing an interview with her in B-roll, and I'll be shooting stills. So I don't know if it's like at her house as she does like online lessons. Um, I know I'm just going to load up my car with everything I think I'll need, and a lot of the life of being a professional photographer sometimes is I'm like, I'm not 100% sure what I'm walking into, but it's like I show up and I cover what's going on. I know I'm not going to need a ton of lighting or anything like that. It's going to be more natural from what he told me. So, yeah, no, I don't hide what I do for a living. And I have two Instagrams, one that I keep for more of the cycling stuff and one that I keep more for my photography stuff and whatever. And so usually I show behind the scenes of my stories of what I'm doing. But yeah, here at the studio, I shoot a lot of product photography and business portraits, you know, a lot of lighting and retouching and all that stuff. Shoot a lot of events, corporate, charity, all that kind of stuff. So, hey, what's up, PW Holland? P. Wallon? Sorry, I don't know how to go with that one. Thanks. Dig the videos. You're from Ohio, but in Georgia. What part of Ohio are you from? Yeah, I'm in Akron. Yep. Well, Cuyahoga Falls. Pudgy's right. Cuyahoga Falls. So I'm on the Akron border. My studio here is on State Road, which uh, less than an eighth of a mile around the down the road becomes Main Street in Akron as you cross over the Cuyahoga River. So, oh, Lanky, you were talking about riding with roadie groups. You said they often become Hammerfest. That's why I'm not interested. I go to ride with other people to like have a good time. Like it's not like me and my friends never get into like a little bit of a high speed ride or anything like that. But we never we no, we rarely pace line and that kind of thing. It's just not what we're into. Yeah, what's BU? Oh, you're from Columbus. It's foul and bray. Wait, you're in Columbus, Georgia, or you're from Columbus, Ohio? Isn't there? Oh, Pudgy just asked that too. Because there is a Columbus, Georgia, right? Yeah. I feel like this is a little an inside joke here with Rusty, but he said Lanky is a good social rider, but gets annihilated by single speeders on his favorite climbs. Oh, yeah, that's definitely. Oh, Waylon, like Waylon Jennings. Gotcha, Waylon. We'll just go with Waylon then. Okay, so you're in Douglasville, Georgia. You're from Columbus, Ohio. So, yeah, Pudgy's in the Columbus area, and Dylan's in Columbus. So and I had hoped to get down there more this year. We had a whole meetup planned in Columbus, and then it was a weekend this spring where it's going to be a total washout, so I didn't make it down. And one of my closest friends lives in Columbus, as we call him, Columbus Brad on the stream, or Flavortown Brad, because you know Columbus was a you know genocidal maniac. So Dennis, you said you would like to CO on the countryside and look for hidden CO on the countryside. Look for hidden gems on yard sales and other tiny shops, but from your bike. Yeah. We like to stop Dennis in tiny towns, but we're always looking to see if they have some kind of little brewery or something like that. Um, What's up, Dragonhead? You said you found out as time goes on you prefer trundling along at a medium pace. I think, yeah, a good chunk of my rides now are medium pace. They're like, riding with my friends to get somewhere. We still like to get mileage sometimes in, but yeah, it's more about having fun on the bike and being out and about and seeing new things and hanging out with people. But I do like to move still sometimes. It just depends. Hey, good night, Bicycle Dad. Reefer Road says party pace for life. Yeah. Oh, Pudgy said Urban is supposed to be getting a brewery. Nice. The 127 yard sale? Yeah, isn't there also, it goes through Ohio? There's the biggest uh, collection of garage sale yard sales in the country along the Lincoln Highway, which is what, 30, US 30 as it comes through here? Yeah, Dragonhead, I am more cautious in certain city areas now than I used to be. Like I used to go for like my Strava PRs and KOMs through city stuff, and now in general I tend to. It depends on where. There's some places where I feel like moving with the flow of traffic is better, but like in real city areas, I am not hauling ass at all. Yeah. Waylon, you said my videos of the Ohio countryside make you homesick. Oh yeah, I Ohio has beautiful places. Everyone just thinks it's simply flyover country, but there are stunningly beautiful spots to ride in Ohio. So, oh, yeah, Dennis, you don't drink anymore, so you look for bakeries or hole in the wall cool places. Yeah. Yeah, good coffee shops, is a fun thing to do going out riding, yeah, bakery for sure. So, and same with some morning for us, morning on tours, we're looking for that cool breakfast spot bakery as well. So, I didn't look at anyone's if anyone dropped any. Oh, there are a couple drink picks. Rick likes to ride through the countryside seeking out massage parlors. Oh, Muskrat, you said runs through Georgia to Michigan on Route 127. Gotcha. All right, Jeff. Good night, man. Have a good drive out to Chicago. Thanks for jumping in here. It was really good to see you on my birthday, too. So it had been a while. I need to get down that way. Jeff lives in, well, his family's from the kind of out, like if you're from Cleveland, like being from Akron, if I was talking to someone else, I'd say I'm just from Cleveland, but the Orlando area, but more specifically like Sanford or Marysville. So, and I haven't been down there since 2007. I think was the last time I made it down to visit everybody that way. So my mom's sister's family lives down there, and my cousins are about what 10 years older than me. So. So how did it end up going, Dennis? How early did you learn English, Dennis? It's, I mean, very, very clear and impressive. So I assume you must have been speaking it for a long time. Rusty, you were, did I, oh, I guess I did know you were born in Florida. But Dennis, you just filmed it and made a comment. Oh, this is why you were late, Rusty. You were drinking a brew dog in the shower. Whoops, wrong place to click. Oh, Rusty, you were born in Marysville, Ohio. I said the wrong, not Marysville. Just not. Yeah. Rick loves that happy ending. Oh, Dennis, you learned your English from Hollywood and you were born in the 80s. Nice. Before everything was dubbed. Gotcha. Rusty just acts like he's from Florida. Do you have a good name, Rusty? Muskrat, you. I saw they had these at the drive-thru across the street, and I refused to jump into the pumpkin stuff. It's too early. Like I like it, and I actually like the masthead one a lot, but I just won't do it. It's August. Like I'm sweating. I'm wearing t-shirts. Like it's still summertime. I'm. What do you got here now, Rusty? Juice Caboose, Westbound Down. Where's that brewery? I'm not familiar with that at all. Let's get back here. Rusty, Florida man, Oregon. Florida. Yeah, Wayland, Florida. First words were, get to the chopper, now. Pudgy, you could get Shipyard around here. That's pretty universal. Westbound and Down is in Colorado. Juice Caboose is what they call Rick at the massage place. I like that, Dylan. Local Florida man rides funk bottoms with one gear because he doesn't know how to shift. Dylan, is this for real? Did you guys see this? Wait, what is your caption on that? Wayland, yeah, Voodoo Ranger I've had, and a bunch of different variations of it as well too. Sorry about that. That is so wild. That is so over the top. Hey, bro, I heard you like bikes, so we're putting a bike on a bike. Oh, you're taking this to Lake Hope, this setup? Wow. Wait, I forgot you had that. Wait, this was always set up single speed? Why is that? Nathan, what the F is that? Yeah, let me get down on my. I'm going to sit down for a minute. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out this connection here. Oh, okay. Wait, so it's just. Okay, it's strapped to the tire here. What is going on here? Hooked to the fork. But what's really supporting it has to be here at the bottom bracket? Is it clamping on the bottom bracket? Rick? Oh, that's right, Dylan. You said you could switch between the single speed and the axis. Yeah, you did tell me that, or we have talked about that. I just forgot. Oh, Lake Hope maps? Yeah, let's look at Lake Hope. Budget. We've talked about having a sound effects keyboard on here. Funny Brad and Large were workshopping that idea, but oh yeah, you guys should buy one of these. They're awesome. Pudgy has one. Yeah, let's take a look at Lake Hope. So, do I not have map saved on here? All right, so let's get an idea of where we're at. Wait a second. Uncle Buck's riding stable and dance barn. Okay, here we go for frame of reference. We got Columbus up here. How close are we to? Okay, Parkersburg. Marietta, Chillicothe, Logan. Oh, Athens. Okay, so we're over by Athens. Let's get the bike map up, right? Where are the trails? Let's try Lake Hope MTB. Lake Hope Grouse Point mountain bike trailhead. Okay. Where'd it go? See what you guys are saying. Oh, see you, Waylon. Nice to meet you all. You haven't lost your Yankee roots. Nice. Oh, this Earthquaker shirt? Black Ball. I have two of these. These are old. What year is this one? Does it say? I do have two. I have both colorways because I photographed them and they told me to keep them. I didn't get one this year, and I want to hit them up and see if they have any left because I do want the Revenge of Earthquaker Day shirt from this year. Let's get back into. Hey, what's up, JMZ? Up in the house. Oh, Muskrat, you backpacked through here? Uncle Buck's livestock discotheque. Oh, so Dylan said the trails aren't showing up. They're all around the lake, huh? Oh, they have algae issues. Yeah. Oh, wait, the trails are okay. Let's see. The Athens trails are showing up now. So this is one I've rode. Nelsonville to Athens. Me and Aaron have done that. Just a regular bike path. Yeah, I wonder why the oh, here we go. Yeah, I wonder why the trails don't show up on this. They should. Well, we know where Dylan's heading with that setup now, at least. Map fail. I need a code for that. What's up here? What is this? Oh, Hogging Hills. Yeah, Cedar Falls. Okay, yeah, I've been all around there. Didn't know there was a bike path through there, though. Yeah, blue algae. Almost all the inland lakes in Ohio can have that problem. But hey, what's up, Wyatt? You said, what's my opinion on Strava and Garmin? I have zero opinion on Garmin because I don't use a Garmin. I had a Garmin watches when I used to run, which were great. No problems with them. Strava, I love Strava. I use it. I put every single ride on Strava, and I love seeing what my friends are riding. And I Strava's negative thing for people who like are get overly competitive, I guess maybe is why some people view it as negative. But I love tracking my mileage and my rides and just yeah. And there are times when I'm on my way home and I want to see how fast I could hit like maybe that last segment before my house. So yeah, my opinion on Strava is that I love it. It's my favorite social media app. I'm not mad that they added video either. I don't. So yeah, my opinion on Strava is I love it. My opinion on Garmin is I like the watches. Lanky uses, I think, Garmin's. Who else uses Garmin? Did Dylan switch to a Garmin watch? Uh, yeah, I'm a Wahoo guy, but oh yeah, I could pull up the Strava heat maps to see the trails. Good call. Speaking of Strava, yeah, I love my Wahoo, but I don't, I like it because it's simple and small. I don't want a lot of features on it, really, to be honest, but that's just my personal thing. I feel like, though, you know, you'll hear other people, like Rick had a big problem with Wahoo. So all that stuff's so hard to say unless you get to be a tech reviewer and get everything all the time and try everything and compare them. I'm just a dude who likes to ride bikes, and my Wahoo Bolt has been great. But we had an update. Me and Larger and Micah were talking about this that like syncing maps for all of a sudden had become like a real problem from other apps where it never had been. So they messed something up there. So I guess I did have one problem with my Bolt, but and then see there. Rick said Garmin Varia is the best. That's his opinion. And I'm not going to argue with him. I've never used a Varia, so Rusty bragging. Yeah. A lot of someone asked me about my opinion, like would I recommend a Wahoo for their tour, and I'm like, I recommend like my Wahoo Element Bolt. I don't ride without it. I have a small like elastic one that I could put on any vintage bike, so I could always ride with my Wahoo. Now I always like seeing the grade, and I like seeing the speed we're going. And I hate using my cell phone more than anything when I'm riding. So if we are riding a route, I want to have a route on there, and the way Wahoo does it is good enough for me. But I could see how some people who are doing more intense mapping would want it the pinch and zoom of the touch screen of some of the Garmin's, whereas the Wahoo is more simple and just has a couple buttons on it. So that's all going to come down to what you want to do. Oh, Rick's joke is about the radar bullshit. Yeah, I did miss his joke. Yeah. The radar that I could absolutely care.
Rob Kosk subscribed to the channel.
Did we always have a women's voice for the subscribers? Huh. I did miss Rick's joke, but yeah. I'm glad people enjoy the radar. I could care less about it. So. Oh yeah, heat maps. Yeah, I guess instead of trying to find this randomly, we could actually type it in like modern humans. What is it with Lake Hope? Why is no heat maps now even showing up here? Oh, is this personal heat maps I have on? Let's see. You can tell how much I mess with the heat maps. How do I change this just to a generic heat map and not my personal heat map? My heat map. I just want a generic heat map. I don't know how to do that. You could probably figure out where I live pretty quick from this and how much I ride out to Kent. Let's see if you guys are answering me. I'm just. Dennis, she said your Garmin 130 doesn't have a long enough battery life. One good thing about the Bolt, I wish the battery life was a bit longer. I get a day out of it though, even on tour, but it charges super fast. USB-C, I feel like my Bolt, I feel like when I plug it in here at home, it's charged within I don't know, really quickly. Yeah, where's global heat? Where's the button for global heat map? I don't. I'm not seeing it. Varia can tell you when you're about to get T-boned in the cranks. Cool. I don't need to know when I'm about to get hit if I'm going to get hit. We've got a phone call coming. Hello. Wait. Slow down. Okay, maps under dashboard. Wait, there is no maps. It just says heat maps. Dashboard? Yeah, it doesn't have it. Oh, my routes. All right, now I'm on my routes. Create new route. And now what? Oh, global heat map. Got it. Awesome. Later. All right, Rusty got me to global heat maps. So, Pudgy, I was reading your. I'm just gonna stream till 10:30. I'm gonna start the stream on time. I'm only drinking one beer. I'm on the same beer for the record. See ya, Dylan. Have a good time in Lake Hope if we don't chat beforehand. Um, all right. All right. There's all the. Are we in the right spot? No. Lake Hope, Ohio. Yeah. Ah, here we go. Here are all the trails. So, do they have that cool dark mode for global? Or let's see, I like that dark. Oh, that's kind of a mess on this. So, are these all mountain gravel climbs around here too? Then that are kind of being used? Sure looks like it. But yeah, obviously these would be the mountain biking trails all around here. Looks like lots of great roads to ride around there. Live streaming technical support. Subscribe. Dennis Hunter is going to get hacked alive. Oh, red heat. Where's the red heat? So we go dark. I'm learning a lot tonight. I'm learning a lot. Oh, we can see 3D terrain. Let's see what that. Oh, that's cool. Oh yeah, Rusty. Yeah, there's a. That's what I was saying about doing when I have guests on the live stream. There's a serious lag time between what people are seeing on YouTube and chatting, like you just found out on the phone. I can tell that in the background because I could see what's live on YouTube and I could see how far behind it is. It's kind of annoying, but it is what it is. I mean, it's got to bounce all over the internet and space and all that stuff. So, hey, what's up, Cosman? I've never really ridden out west, Wyatt. I've never been to Yellowstone or Yosemite, so I've no preference. I've never ridden. I've never ridden out west at all. I could pull my personal heat map back up, but I don't think it's the farthest west I've ever ridden. I don't even think I've ridden past Indiana. I've always gone east. So yeah. And you said what's the furthest ride I've the furthest ride I've ever done was 133 miles, and I prepared for it by riding my bike and drinking beer. Like I don't train, I just ride my bike. So, and I don't mean that to be like dismissive or anything. I literally don't train. I just ride my bike more. So, yeah, I don't prepare for anything. So, yeah, so I've definitely done a 110-kilometer ride because I've done 133 miles, which that's got to be getting close to someone else can do the conversion, but closer to 200 kilometers, right? So, not a triathlete. My brother was a triathlete. I grew up swimming. I've run half marathons, but I've never signed up for uh, a triathlon. I thought about it when I was running half marathons. I thought about possibly trying out a triathlon just for fun, but I'm not that like competitive. I'd rather just ride my bike for fun. But yeah, this is pretty cool. Strava has made a lot of upgrades. I'm not mad that Strava charges you now because they do keep adding stuff like this, by the way. Uh, oh, click control and drag to adjust the pitch. Let's see what that looks like. Let's find like a good like switchback here. Oh, all right. Oh, so you could see. Oh, that is cool. You get a way better idea of the topography. Well, kind of. I think I might be a little too steep there. I'm running into the mountain. Oh, look at that. Pretty nifty. I don't think I've said nifty since I was a kid. Rusty said 133 miles is like 210 kilometers. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not that serious about my riding. Like I just ride my bike all the time. And when I did 133 miles, my friends were having a group ride down at the southern end of the towpath, which is a trail that runs through Ohio here, through northeast Ohio. I rode down to the ride, rode the ride. We went to a brewery for lunch, and then I rode all the way back. So um, I wasn't training in any way for it, except that it was towards the end of the summer last year or early fall, and I was just in shape from riding all summer. So yeah, that's so Dennis. This is exactly what seeing Strava's most ridden roads is. With the heat map, it becomes. Let me get it on a more normal view, and go to a place that's more populated. Um, so the lines become darker the more ridden the area is. So wait, wow. Let's go to a map that's easier to see real quick to get an idea of where we're at. How did we get down here? What the hell is going on? Oh, we're upside down. Uh, that's why I'm so confused. Yeah, so if you zoom in on where I live, you can see Front Street, which would be the main street in Cuyahoga Falls, is a little darker. And then here are the bike paths, which are even darker. Um, this is a bike path that runs all the way through Kent and out towards where Large is from. So, yeah, And I think this is what Strava uses for their route creation. So if you have it direct you somewhere, it'll lean towards the roads that are more ridden. So Cuyahoga Valley National Park by my house, you could see the towpath trail, and then on either side is a road that runs through the valley, and that's where the roadies tend to ride. Here's East Rim. This is mountain bike trails here, so you could see they're very dark. So yeah, yeah, you could see where people ride the most in Cleveland. So oh, the world's most ridden roads. Yeah, probably the Netherlands. Can you imagine what the Netherlands look like? Where everyone rides a bike, like Amsterdam or something. Yeah, I mean, look at the heat map over here in Amsterdam. I think it takes it a minute to load, or can you not zoom in this far? I'm not sure, but yeah, look how much more ridden all the streets are around here in the Netherlands. It's crazy. Yeah, the whole entire coast. Look at that. The Hague, Rotterdam. Oh, I don't have it up there. Sorry. Whoops. I'm an idiot. Sorry, guys. So I was looking at Amsterdam. But just look at all the riding all around the Netherlands. Oh, and Belgium as well, in the north of Belgium. Cosman, we rode the shorter ride. I think it was the 40-mile ride at Nutmeg Nor'easter. I wanted to do the longer run, but I decided just wanted to more. It'd be more fun to actually hang out with friends and go to the breweries and stuff like that. So a muskrat. Are you talking about your Whoop reading with 3 pumpkin ales, or yeah, that's the other thing, Rusty. I guess you're right. So this app is only Strava is probably mostly tracking your sports riders, whereas your daily commuter is not using Strava. So I bet this would be even darker if people were actually your typical bike commuter is probably not messing with Strava. So yeah, good call there. Hey, Mile High. I was just listening to your new music video today. Um, Not the one that was set as premiere, but the one you put out. I forgot a comment, like I always, because I watch when I listen to music on YouTube, it's on my TV. But I forgot to comment. The song was awesome. So yeah, I need to drop some comments on your music videos, Mile High. But yeah, it's been a while. I should drop a link to it for everybody else from my history, because that was just this afternoon, so it shouldn't be too far back. Yeah. Yes. Save this link if you guys want to check out some of Mile High's music. Oh, wow, I said feel free to use that in a winter video. Uh, Rusty said you like to use Strava for commutes because they share data with city planning agencies. Yeah, because when Erin was doing the bike Akron thing, she had access to all that data, and Strava's routing tools are getting way better. I think the more people use them, the more they will get better. And I don't know if you guys watched Lanky's video. Um, he did a thing about trying to use Strava's routing when he was in Michigan and had some trouble. I've had a little trouble too, but definitely getting better. Let's see. Hey. So this is Lanky's video about trying to use Strava's routing tools when he was on vacation in Michigan. So. I know Large prefers to use Ride with GPS as well for routing. I feel like I pay for Strava, so I want to get used to their system. But like I said, I have Ride with GPS. It does. I do look at it. I don't pay for it though, so I don't have all their tools. But like I just have my Wahoo upload everything to Ride with GPS and Strava automatically. But Strava is the one that I open on my computer to check in on what people are up to and stuff like that. Anyway, yeah, Pudgy's right. I do need to get out of here. I've got to get to. I've got to get to bed. Like I said, I've got to drive to about Massillon, Ohio tomorrow for my day-long photo shoot. So I'm going to sign off with this. I might try and jump on Thursday. It's going to be iffy. We're recording. We got rained out last week. We're recording episode 4 of the interview series me and Aaron are doing, Gravel Badass, sponsored by Dirty River. I think we're going to start releasing them on either Friday or Saturday. We had talked about having a release party for the first one. I think we're going to skip doing the release party because we're just not ready. We have some merch that Micah's working on getting made with the logo. So I think maybe we'll do like a mid season because there'll be 6 episodes party. So we have a little more leeway and time, but I want to start putting them out. We filmed them this summer, and I want them to still come out when everything is green and it looks like summer. And if I do one a week, that's 6 episodes, so we'll be into September. So look for that. I think that'll probably be the next video. It'll be the Micah Gravel Badass episode 1. But yeah, I'll keep you guys posted. I do want to do like a virtual party and a physical party for one of them, just for fun, you know. But yeah. Yeah, Mile High. It's 11 o'clock here in Ohio, and yeah, I have to be up at 8ish tomorrow, which for me is early enough, and I still have to get all my photo gear together. So sorry we missed you, but yeah. All right, guys. Fun hanging out, Blackball, everybody else, and I don't know. We'll see. I'll make posts. We'll be in the Discord. So.
Okay, bye.
All right. Yeah.
This time.
Fitzwater photo.